Hey everybody, John here from incomemesh.com. Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we are going to discuss and show you the easiest possible way of getting a funnel up and running for your own online business. Okay, so in this video, we're going to cover KARTRA's importing done for you, one-click upload, all sorts of fun stuff, campaigns that is a relatively new feature of KARTRA and is one of the things that really sets them apart. If you haven't checked out KARTRA before, be sure to head over to incomemesh.com/KARTRA. The link is in the description below. That's going to take you to their sales page. It is my affiliate link. Thank you very much. And you can give it a try for a $1 14-day trial and really get an idea if this could help you finally get your thing off the ground. You know, I find so often people never really get started because they get confused by the tech, and that holds them back from sharing their message with the world, and that is not the goal here. The goal is to get something that's good enough up and running and getting going with your marketing and growing your own business. And that's exactly what this feature today is going to do for you. So if you're logged into your KARTRA account, you have this little My Campaigns area here to the left, and this is super cool. So what you can do here is build your own campaigns, or you can build done-for-you campaigns or import done-for-you campaigns. And what this allows you to do, let me move myself up here, is it gives you 5 different options right now, which cover a lot of the most popular funnels out there today. So a simple list builder, which just allows you to, offer an opt-in, give them a thank you, and send them on some emails to kind of indoctrinate them and bring them onto your tribe. That's a very simple one. A list builder builds on top of this, where you're building your email list, but you're also trying to sell them on a product after a few days of them being on your list and getting to know you and your content. So that's the list builder. Then you've got the quick launch, and this is a more complicated funnel. It's a really cool one where you kind of have 2 different tracks of people coming onto your list or already being on your list, but then getting put and segmented into this funnel, and you have 2 different ways of selling them. It's really dynamic. It has countdown timers. It has real scarcity involved because KARTRA is an integrated platform. You can't really get around their scarcity is true here, which is really cool. The 4-day cash machine, which is kind of a variation on this. And then one of my personal favorites is the book funnel, where instead of just giving people a free something or free checklist, you're actually selling them at the beginning of your relationship. I like this one so much because Frank Kern does a good job of showing all the sales copy that he's using and exactly why he puts together his sales letter in this way. So I like that one really well. So let's go ahead and build one of these. And for simplicity, let's just start with the simple list builder because that's the funnel that people get hung up on in the beginning. So we'll just come here to the little ... and we'll say view assets. And this will show you what you're going to get when you click the button. You're going to get 4 different pages. You're going to get a tag for your email marketing system. You're going to add your subscribers who come into this specific list, which is very useful. You'll actually get an automation sequence, and you'll get an opt-in form. So that's a lot of different assets you would have to build individually, but we don't have to. Ha ha ha. We'll click the deploy. We'll give it a name. We'll call this simple list builder 1 and campaign a simple list builder. That's fine. And we'll hit the import button, and I'll pause for a second, and this will be done in just a moment. Alrighty, so we're back, and what's great is that it's also going to give you some even further indoctrination and training as you're going through. So I'll stop talking real quick and show you this.
Congratulations, the campaign has been successful.
So it's basically telling you what you need to do next to kind of work through the process, but that's what I'm here for, so I'll show you that. So we've imported all these, and we have this new little tab here on the side that allows you to now see the progress along the way. So you can actually edit every one of these assets, and even more importantly, you can learn how KARTRA all works by looking at an actual campaign that was done by the professionals. So you can go into the tag and say, take me there, and because it's all in one platform, it'll take you right there. You'll be able to see the simple list builder, and these are people who opted in. So all these different tags come in throughout this automation, and we'll walk through that step by step together. So you can see your tags, and the reason why you jump over here is you might want to name it something different. So we'll come in here and we'll call this signed up. You can adjust anything here, even color the tag. So you might decide that maybe yellow is a new lead and green is money and red is refund, or whatever, color combination. And that'll just make things even easier for you to skim through as you're going through. All right, so we'll say we're done with our tags. So we'll say mark completed. We'll come to our lists and let's check out the lists. And so here we are. This is our simple list builder options. Again, you don't need to do a whole lot here. We won't change anything, but this is where you would. So we'll say we're happy with the list. And what's cool about this, you'll kind of notice, KARTRA works backwards to forwards. They're a very goal-oriented marketing company. So what that means is most people think of, okay, I want to build a funnel. What's my first page? And then what's my second page? And what's the third thing? And they're kind of working from front to back. But KARTRA reverses that, and they're actually working from back to forward. So they're thinking, what is the product you want to sell, or what's the membership area that you want them to have access to? And then it works up its way, logically, to the first action. And it's unintuitive at first, but it really makes sense as you get into it. But we'll leave that one for another day. So here in sequences, this is one of the cool things. It's so difficult in general when you're building funnels, making the WordPress side or the pages side integrate nicely in with your email sequence and linking all the pages up. But let me show you what they do to help you out here. We'll come in and check out the sequence that was built for us. And so now, again, it's not too complicated, but this was the most simple funnel that you could import. So we can see here that as soon as people join the simple list builder form, when they fill out that opt-in form, they're going to get added to this sequence, and they're going to immediately get an email. You can preview that email. And you can take a look at the email, edit the email, do everything you want to do. Here's your thing. In it, you'll discover. So they're actually also giving you some copywriting tips on what are you supposed to include in that first email and how often, when should you send it. Second email a day later, let's go ahead and edit this. So we'll go to edit. And this is what you would literally do. If you want to try a new checklist to see if it works in your blog, this is how I would do it. In KARTRA, you just go through, import a new campaign, and work through it step by step. So we'll go through and do email content, edit the email content. And so now let's see what they want us to say. Okay, hope you enjoyed the thing. I wonder if you found it helpful. Please reach out. Okay, very simple. So let's change that around and just say quick backstory about the brand, what you're going to learn, what your next steps are. All kinds of typos in that, but that's not important. What's important here is that you have a guideposts on where to go when you're creating your email opt-in funnels, and you can go with it wherever you want. So it's really cool. Another thing I like about this is, by default, this is just a very basic email, but you could, if I go to design templates, full templates, you could get fancy with it. Now, I don't know if this is a really good idea, but it's nice to include it. So you can decide you want a really nice email. And so here you go. And almost like the page builder itself, you've got a really customizable where you can adjust this text, move this around, change the color of that 1, 2, 3. A lot you can do here on this email. All right, so we'll say, I think down at the bottom I can save it. You could send a test email as well, just make sure it's all good. But we'll say good here. You can also, this is a newer feature, you can split test emails now as well. So if I come in here, you can do an A/B split test where you can write 3 different versions of that email, maybe change the subject line on one, maybe change the body content on another, and run some tests to make sure to see which one gets opened best and gets clicked on best. Okay, so we have a couple different emails, and then the automation could be done, or you could try to sell them on something, a lot of different things you can do here. So that is the email automation side of the funnel. Done very quickly. So we're going to come back here to our checklist. And what's nice is that sometimes even now as I'm making different funnels for clients, I will skip a step because I've done it 1,000 times. I'm going kind of quickly and I'll skip. But if you do the imported campaign, you won't skip it because you have to literally mark it complete when you're done. All right, so now we'll go to the pages, and this is where everybody starts, right? But now we're almost done here. So what happens, let's go to the simple list builder. So we imported 4 pages, and what they did was they gave us a couple options here where we have an opt-in with a 2-step, an opt-in with a 1-step, and a thank you. Where are we at here? Okay, a couple different opt-ins and a couple different thank yous. So what we can do is split test them together. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. So I'm going to first edit each one to show you the editing capabilities and how easy it is to edit a page. And then we'll launch a split test. When we're sending people to this campaign, we'll automate a split test as well. All right, so how to benefit without frustration. Good example copy there. So we'll say how to build amazing funnels without getting lost in a sea of different tools. Story of my life some days. And then on the image, let's go ahead and just adjust the image because we can. What's great is that they have the ability to search images. So I'll search for computer screen, and these are all looking pretty good. So let's go ahead and pick one here. Let's go ahead and go for this guy, and we'll select it, confirm. So again, I didn't even have to go away from my computer to find a pretty good image for this situation. Size is not too great, but we're not going to get too messy in changing the columns. We'd come here and find some padding and do all that good stuff right here. We see right and left padding. Again, we won't get too slow down here, but you can go through and adjust everything that you need. And you'll notice here that this opt-in form, we don't have to do any sort of configuration. This has already been done because we imported the funnel. And so it's a simple list builder that's ready to go. And so this page is ready. So we will publish this one live. And because I've linked up a custom domain, I can edit this URL in kamesh.com, and then we'll call this opt-in1. Okay, save the URL. And now, as soon as we go to it, we should see that page built out nicely. See, I didn't even adjust that copy there. So we have one page built in just a second, thanks to our pre-built funnel. So we'll exit this. And now, let me just hide myself real quick while we're working on the screen. Now let's go back to our category. I really like that they have folders for all of your stuff. This was Simple List Builder. It makes it very easy to keep all your funnels together. Okay, so this is the one we edited, so we can come here to the second one and edit this guy as well. Okay, so we've loaded this guy up. Again, let's just change the image real quick. And we'll select a different image. And to use something different, let's just use an icon this time. So we'll search for icon, and we'll search for graph. Nice looking. Select it, confirm, apply. Now you can see it's pretty small here. Let's see if we can make this a little bigger. So it gets a little pixelated, but this is just a starting place. And what do we call this? How to build effective sales funnels without endless tech headaches. Oof. All right. And you'll discover that some checkboxes you can adjust just by clicking and hitting the text and going at it. And then the yes, I want it. You can see here what happens is the link goes to an opt-in form, and you can adjust that opt-in form as well. How to get the good without the bad. All right. So, and then also here you can change it if you'd like to, but because it's imported, it's all very nicely on brand, and we can just hit done here. Publish this one live as well, and we will call this. Let's again give it a different URL. In Kamesh, we'll call this opt-in2, and we will just check this one out as well. Let's go to it live, and this is the real one. Yep, everything's working just fine. And you'll see it preloads your information, which is great. Really appreciate that. Okay, so we have our pages. And this is probably the longest part of the whole process, right? Actually doing the design and all that. So we'll exit here. And so now we have these two that we've edited. So what I want to do is actually create a split test because I'm all about the data. So we're going to make a new split test. And this is something that is not easy to do in most platforms. And we'll call this opt-in simple list builder. Should probably have a better name, but that's okay. And then KARTRA pages, we can go directly, KARTRA pages, simple list builder. So you see that prefix. So the two-step, and then opt-in. Oh goodness, I might need to go and see exactly what, which one's which. Add that guy, and then I know it's a two-step, so apparently they don't want the categories on everything. So we did a single opt-in with image, good, and then simple LB image two-step. So simple LB two-step. Simple LB image two-step. Good. All right. Add 50% of the traffic going there. All right. We'll say next. Type of goal. So what are you trying to get from this? Like what's going to decide a winner or a loser? We want opt-ins. And we'll say any opt-ins is fine. And we'll add that goal. And we'll go next. And you can automatically pick a winner after 1,000 visitors. Pick the one that has the highest goals per visitor or revenue per visitor. But we'll go goals. That would mean whoever opt-in, whichever form gets the most opt-ins is considered the winner in the test. Alrighty, so we'll say next. And you can add tags on this where if they actually experience the split test, you can tag them. That's how deep the data integration is here. I would never even think to do that, but we'll skip it for now because I don't know necessarily why you would want to do that. And then it'll give you a link here, which is the start point to our funnel. And so let's see if we can get this to work here. So I'm going to go to this link once. And here I get the image with the one step. And I'm going to close it out, come back in, go to it again. And here I get the two steps. So you can see the split test working. It doesn't really impact your load speed so much. You can see here I do have opt-in to, so it does redirect you to the correct page. So everything is working really well. No Google optimize, no muss or fuss in the process. And I like that. Makes things very, very easy. And then if we refresh our split testing, we should also see now that we've had one visitor to each one of those pages. So it's real time collecting your data as you're going. All right, so our first page is done, our opt-in page is done, but we also need to update all the pages for this funnel. So let's go ahead and say I'm not done yet. So I'm taking me back here. And let's go to our simple list builder. And let's just take this one as our thank you page here. We'll edit the thank you, and here we go. So now we can go through and actually add in the button that will link to the file as this guy loads up. So here's where you can go through and actually upload your file. So, or have a link to your file. So we'll make this text here a link, and let's make this a real tutorial. Let me actually upload a file here and show you how to do that. So if we go under memberships, I think it's memberships. Yep. Under memberships here, you can go to files. And we can upload a file that'll be like a checklist or a cheat sheet. Click this upload button, and we can also add a category. So we'll make this one a category of checklists. Add. Done. So we'll call it checklists, and we'll upload a file. And just for imagination, let's go ahead and just upload here. Let me see, a little PDF, which is actually not a checklist, but that's okay. And so very easily the file's uploaded. This is what you're offering to people. And then you can get the URL to the file directly. And in your thank you page, just link to that file. Okay, there's a button there. And this is a button that's not showing up really well right now. But the effect of this button, or not the effect. Oh, that's just a line. Okay. Okay, so we have our guy added in. I want there to be a button. I think buttons get clicked on better. So we'll go to components, buttons, and let's just, I like that. Come on, buddy. Scroll down. I wonder if I can get out of the chat. I think that's messing me up a little bit here. No, that's fine. Sometimes things get a little bit weird. Let me refresh real fast. Alrighty, so after a quick little refresh, I'll drag the button over here and just say, edit it. The text we want to call download now, apply. Let's put it right here in the middle. We'll align it to the center. Apply. We can add an icon to it, but here we want to go specifically to download a file. Pick your file. And how cool is that? So you actually don't even need the link. You can just have, go to a file you have in your guy, or you can upload the file directly here. That's really awesome. I didn't know that was here. That must be a recent addition. And apply it, and now we have our thank you page working correctly. So let's publish this one live and give it a custom URL. Let's do go to enkamesh.com/thankyou, save the URL, and let's double check how this one works. Okay, so I should be able to click here. Oh, I didn't add the actual link in there. Oh, well, you get the idea. click download now, and boom, there's my file. Fantastic. All right, so we're almost done here with the funnel. Let's go ahead and return to dashboard, exit. I'll get myself out of the way. Now let's go through our checklist. So we've just finished off our pages, so I'll mark this as complete. And we'll go into the form, which is the last step. And this is actually what happens when they sign up. So we'll come here to Simple List Builder. We'll edit it. And this is just, again, it's a review opportunity. You don't have to change anything here. So if you wanted to collect more information than their first name and email, you could. Or if you want to, for example, not collect their first name, you can delete that and just ask for email and save. Confirmation, single or double confirmations where you select here. And success page, it already has our page plugged in. Welcome, do not send a welcome message upon completing registration. And again, they're not sending a welcome message because they've already given us a sequence automation. That actual email, 3 email trail we did on like step 2, that's already been set up, so we don't need an actual welcome email. Because, here we go, when they complete the form, it's going to give them the tag, and that tag is going to initiate that email sequence. It's also going to subscribe them to a list. You could directly subscribe them to a sequence. So it's kind of interesting they decided to do a tag control versus just a direct subscription. And then any advanced automations, which we'll skip over for now because this is a beginner tutorial. All right, and then form design. Because we're using this in a KARTRA page, we don't actually need to do any design at all because it's going to inherit the design of the page that it is embedded into. All right, so finish, and we're done. So we can come back and let's go ahead and come here to forms and say we are complete. And so now we should be 100% complete. What do you have to do last? We have to test. So now let's run through this funnel. Again, we're building this all together in like 30 minutes. So I want to go to my split tests because that's how I set it up and get just my starting place because I forgot the link. Okay, opt-in, list builder, simple. Here's our link. Now let's run through this together just to show you how easy it is to set up a full funnel. Okay, so we got our pop-up number 2. We'll come here, we'll put an email address in. We'll just do john@incomemesh.com, sign me up, and directly there to your thank you page. It's kind of interesting. Because I'm logged in, it actually allows me to edit it. That's kind of strange. And I'll go here to download your file. And lastly, let me check to see if I've received an email of the confirmation. So it looks like for whatever reason, the email didn't come in yet. It might be on its way, but I still got through the process there. And again, there's always a little bit of testing that goes in, but I hope this video was helpful. You've learned exactly how to set up a professionally designed funnel using, top quality copy very quickly in under 30 minutes. So good job to you for sticking through this. If you're interested in checking out KARTRA, go ahead and head over to incomemesh.com/KARTRA. I have some bonuses I'm working on to kind of help you out. And if you do sign up, then you'll be the first to get the bonuses as they come out. And last thing I wanted to mention is once you're done customizing these funnels and customizing these campaigns, you can actually take them and share them with others, share them with your clients, with your friends, with whoever, or sell them on the marketplace, which is pretty stinking cool. We'll cover that in a separate video, but until then, be well, and I look forward to seeing you more on incomemesh.com, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.